We have got bad news for RAV4 owners. I'm about to drop a bombshell that's going to have you scratching your heads and wondering what the heck is going on over at Toyota headquarters. See, the RAV4 has long been the golden child of the SUV world, a trusted, reliable workhorse that you could count on to get the job done without any fuss or drama. But lately, that squeaky clean reputation has been taking a serious beating, and it's all because of some major issues that Toyota seems to be dragging their feet on. Let me explain. What's happening? The RAV4, a vehicle that once stood as a steadfast choice for many, is now grappling with an eyebrow-raising issue: depreciation. It's an undeniable fact that new cars start losing value the moment they leave the dealership, but the RAV4, it manages to kick that depreciation into overdrive. Picture this: right in the first year after driving your shiny new SUV off the lot, you could see a staggering over $5,000 dissolve into thin air. Can you imagine watching that kind of cash vanish before your eyes? Now, let's not stop there. Fast forward a couple of years. By around year 3, that initial loss doesn't just hang around, it snowballs, becoming substantially worse, and your bank account feels the pinch even more acutely. You might be wondering just how much this adds up to. Hold on to your wallet, because by the time you hit the 5-year milestone, the RAV4 could drop nearly 40% of its value. Yes, you heard that right. Money just disappearing like magic, leaving you with little more than a wistful glance at what could have been. So if you find yourself eyeing a brand new RAV4, heed this crucial advice. It might just cost you more than what you initially expected, particularly if your plans don't include a long-term commitment to this vehicle. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? But what on earth happened here, Toyota? How did this once invincible contender in the SUV market land in such a disconcerting predicament? Let me unpack this for you layer by layer. How is this happening? Let's be real for a minute. When it comes to the Toyota RAV4, those glossy reliability scores don't always tell the whole story. Sure, on paper, this popular crossover SUV might be boasting a respectable 76 to 81 out of 100 rating from the experts. But dig a little deeper, and you'll find that the real-life experiences of some RAV4 owners are a far cry from the squeaky clean reputation this vehicle has built up over the years. Take the 2019 model, for instance. J.D. Power might have slapped it with a 76 out of 100 reliability score, but that number is nothing more than a cold, hard statistic. Because when you start talking to the folks who actually bought and drove this thing, you start to uncover a whole laundry list of issues that are leaving them feeling downright frustrated and disillusioned. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but wait, the RAV4 is supposed to be one of the most dependable SUVs on the market. And you know what? That's exactly the perception that Toyota has worked hard to cultivate over the decades. But the harsh reality is that those reliability ratings are often little more than a glossy veneer, masking a whole host of problems that are cropping up for owners in the real world. Now, I'm not saying the RAV4 is a complete dumpster fire or anything. Far from it. This vehicle has still earned its place as a popular family-friendly crossover for a reason. But the fact that some owners are facing such significant challenges with their supposedly reliable ride is definitely cause for concern. After all, when you're making a major investment in a new vehicle, you want to know that you're not just getting a glossy brochure's worth of promises, but a ride that's going to hold up its end of the bargain day in and day out. But what really is the problem? How can a company this big fail? What is the problem? This once bulletproof crossover has been causing some major headaches for its loyal owners, and it's time we shined a spotlight on the unsavory secrets lurking beneath that shiny exterior. Let's talk about the transmission, the beating heart of your beloved RAV4. Turns out a whole lot of owners have been dealing with some serious issues like rough shifting and hesitancy during acceleration, and we're not talking about a few isolated cases here. We're hearing story after story of folks having to fork over big bucks for costly repairs, all thanks to faulty solenoids and other transmission components that just can't seem to keep it together. But wait, it gets worse. Dive a little deeper into the RAV4's history, and you'll uncover another nasty problem that's been plaguing earlier models, particularly the 2006-2008 versions. We're talking about excessive oil consumption. These SUVs have been guzzling oil like there's no tomorrow, all because of some poorly designed piston rings that just can't seem to keep those leaks in check. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but the RAV4 is supposed to be one of the most reliable vehicles on the road. And you're absolutely right, this crossover has long been the poster child for Toyota's reputation for quality and dependability. But as these real-life owner accounts have shown, sometimes even the most trusted nameplates can have a few skeletons hidden away in the garage. The worst part? All of this inconvenient and expensive maintenance is happening to folks who are probably hoping for a smooth, worry-free ownership experience. Instead, they're finding themselves constantly topping up the oil and shelling out for transmission repairs, all while that reliable RAV4 badge starts to feel more like a hollow promise than a badge of honor. Let me break it down for you. List of got my skin crawling. The reports of these mysterious clunking noises coming from the steering column, especially when you're navigating those tight parking lots or making tricky turns. I mean, the last thing you want is for your steering to start feeling like it's about to give out on you, right? And in some cases, that's exactly what owners have been experiencing. A seriously worrying loss of control that could put your safety at risk. But wait, it gets even worse, because it turns out this trusty Toyota has also been the subject of multiple recalls, and we're not talking about minor stuff here. We're talking about major issues like airbag deployment failures and fuel pump malfunctions. Now, I don't know about you, but the thought of my RAV4's safety systems going haywire is enough to make my stomach churn. And the real kicker, all of this unreliable behavior is happening to folks who probably bought into the whole Toyota quality spiel, expecting a smooth, worry-free ownership experience. Instead, they're finding themselves dealing with costly repairs, safety concerns, and a whole lot of headaches that no one should have to put up with. I mean, can you imagine dropping all that cash on a new RAV4 only to have to turn around and shell out even more for sketchy electrical issues or dodgy safety systems? Talk about a major letdown. It's like the complete opposite of the carefree, dependable ride you were promised. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but the RAV4 is supposed to be the gold standard for practical, family-friendly transportation. And you're absolutely right, this crossover has long been the poster child for Toyota's reputation for quality and reliability. But as these real-life owner accounts have shown, even the most trusted nameplates can have a few nasty surprises lurking under the surface. Look, I get it, the RAV4 has a well-earned spot in the hearts of countless drivers, but when it comes to your hard-earned money and your loved one's well-being, you deserve to know the whole truth, warts and all, because the last thing you want is to end up with a crossover that's more trouble than it's worth. But is the problem happening to all the Toyota models? Right now, several Toyota models are experiencing some serious reliability hiccups, including the Corolla, Camry, Tacoma, and Highlander. That's a trend no one wants to see, especially if you've got your eye on one of those shiny rides. The Toyota Corolla, a name synonymous with reliability, has encountered a few surprising hiccups over the years. First up, the dreaded oil guzzling problem. Many Corolla owners have reported their rides going through oil way too fast. The culprit? Those pesky low-tension piston rings that let oil slip through a little too easily. The good news is there are a few fixes. You can try switching to a thicker oil, replacing the piston rings, or in extreme cases, swapping out the whole engine. Then there are transmission issues. Certain Corolla models have been known to have some serious transmission issues. We're talking clunky shifts, abrupt changes, the whole 9 yards. Repairing these problems can get pricey, often requiring a full transmission rebuild or replacement costing over $1,200. One nagging issue that's been bugging Corolla owners for ages is the dreaded check engine light. It turns out this is usually linked to problems in the evaporative emission control system. A loose gas cap, faulty purge valve, or malfunctioning charcoal canister can all trigger that pesky check engine warning. The only way to really fix it is to get a mechanic involved to diagnose and repair the root cause. The other car facing challenges is the Toyota Tacoma, a true workhorse that's long been synonymous with rugged reliability, but lately it seems even this stalwart truck has hit a few speed bumps, particularly when it comes to those automatic transmissions. According to the latest reports, owners of the 2022 and 2023 Tacoma models have been dealing with some nasty transmission issues, from rough shifting to downright premature failures. And let me tell you, getting that transmission repaired or replaced, that's no walk in the park. We're talking potential costs north of $3,500, depending on the severity of the problem. Yikes. But the Tacoma isn't the only Toyota model making headlines for the wrong reasons. The Highlander, that beloved family SUV, has also found itself in the reliability hot seat, with owners of the 2023 edition sounding the alarm on some concerning issues with the hybrid system and electrical components. Apparently, these Highlanders are struggling with everything from hybrid battery performance woes to random warning lights that just won't go away, leaving drivers frustrated. And the kicker? Fixing these problems could easily set you back anywhere from $1,000 to a whopping $4,000, depending on what's gone kaput under the hood. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could Toyota, the brand that practically built its reputation on bulletproof reliability, be dealing with these kinds of headaches? It's a fair question, my friend. After all, these are models that have long been considered the gold standard for dependable, hassle-free transportation. But the truth is, even the most well-engineered vehicles can sometimes encounter unexpected hiccups, especially as automakers push the boundaries of technology and innovation. You are probably thinking, how is Toyota going to deal with its rivals like Mazda, Subaru, and Honda? Let's talk about it. Mazda CX5. Let's start with the Mazda CX5, the compact SUV that's got style, substance, and a whole lot of swagger. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does it stack up against the ever-popular Toyota Rav4? First off, let's address the elephant in the room, the CX5's killer good looks. This thing is a true head-turner, with an interior that'll make your eyes go wide and your heart do a little happy dance. We're talking high-end materials, a modern and oh-so-sleek design, and an infotainment system that's as user-friendly as they come. Heck, it's practically a luxury vehicle in disguise. Meanwhile, the Rav4 is somewhere in the middle of the pack when it comes to visual appeal. It looks good, sure, but it's definitely not winning any beauty pageants anytime soon. It's more of the gets the job done kind of guy, you know? But when it comes to that wow factor, the CX5 is the clear winner. It's like driving a work of art, people. But the CX5 isn't just a pretty face. It's got the performance chops to back it up, too. This compact SUV handles like an absolute dream, with precise steering and a suspension that keeps it planted even on the twistiest of roads. And if you really want to have some fun, that available turbocharged engine is just begging to be unleashed. It'll leave the Rav4 in the dust, no doubt about it. Now, safety is still a top priority for both vehicles, and the CX5 more than holds its own in that department. With Mazda's cutting-edge iActive Sense tech, you've got all the latest safety features, from adaptive cruise control to blind spot monitoring, so you can rest easy knowing that your ride is as safe as it is stylish. But I know what you're thinking. There's gotta be a catch, right? Well, you're not wrong. While the CX5 might have that killer style and performance, it does come with a slight trade-off when it comes to cargo space. Compared to the RAV4, it's ever so slightly less roomy, and if you're looking for a spacious back seat, the CX5 might leave you feeling a little cramped. However, let's be real here. When you've got a ride as sweet as the CX5, a little less cargo room or back seat space is a small price to pay. And the best part, the CX5's price tag is similar to the RAV4's, with a starting MSRP of around $29,300 and a top end of $42,020 depending on the trim and options you choose. But wait, there's more. When you look at the reliability scores, the CX5 really starts to shine. According to the experts at JD Power, the 2024 Mazda CX5 has a predicted reliability rating of 82 out of 100, which is pretty darn impressive. In contrast, the 2024 Toyota RAV4 holds a reliability score of 76 out of 100. But now, let's talk about the other car on the list, is the Honda CR-V. Honda CR-V. Now, the CR-V has long been a bona fide superstar in the SUV world, and it's easy to see why. This baby's got a cabin that's roomy and luxurious. I'm talking about ample, stretch out, and relaxed legroom for both the front and rear passengers, so even your tallest, lankiest friends can kick back in total comfort. And the cargo space? Forget about it. We're talking up to a jaw-dropping 75.8 cubic feet when you fold down those rear seats. That's more space than you'll know what to do with. Perfect for all your outdoor adventures, family road trips, or even a quick move. But the CR-V isn't just about practicality, my friends. No siree, this SUV's also got some serious performance chops under the hood. That turbocharged 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine provides a delicious balance of power and fuel efficiency, so you can have your cake and devour it too. And let me tell you, the handling is as smooth and effortless as gliding down a freshly paved highway. No more white-knuckle driving, my friends. This baby hugs the road like a long-lost lover. In fact, I'd go so far as to say the CR-V is like the Mazda CX5 on a hardcore fitness regimen. All the same great qualities, just dialed up to 11. Plus, the CR-V has a well-earned reputation for lower ownership costs and fewer reported issues than the pesky RAV4. And that comprehensive Honda sensing suite of safety tech, it's like a supercharged version of what you'll find in the Toyota, keeping you and your crew protected at every turn. Oh, and let's not forget the CR-V hybrid variant, which offers an even more refined, effortless driving experience compared to the RAV4 hybrid. And the real kicker, the 2024 Honda CR-V is priced at a very reasonable $29,500 to $38,010, depending on the configuration and options you choose. That's practically the same ballpark as the RAV4, but you're getting so much more bang for your buck. However, the next car on the list is also cheaper than the Honda CR-V, so you need to look at it. Subaru Forester. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could this underdog possibly give the mighty RAV4 a run for its money? Well, let me tell you, the Forester's got some serious tricks up its sleeve, and it's not messing around. First and foremost, there's the Forester's secret weapon, its standard all-wheel drive system. Unlike the RAV4, which forces you to shell out extra for that sweet, sticky traction, the Forester comes equipped with Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive across the entire lineup. So whether you're tackling snow-capped mountain passes or navigating some seriously gnarly off-road trails, this SUV's got your back, no questions asked. But the Forester isn't just about raw power and ruggedness, it's also got some serious brains to back it up. This compact SUV boasts a spacious interior and a generous cargo hold, making it the perfect companion for families and outdoor enthusiasts alike. Need to haul some gear for your next big adventure? No problem. Just fold down those rear seats and watch the storage space expand like a magician's top hat. And let's not forget about safety, folks. The Forester is packing some serious tech with features like Subaru's EyeSight driver assist technology, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and pre-collision braking. It's like having your own personal bodyguard behind the wheel, making sure you and your loved ones arrive at your destination in one piece. Now, I know what you're thinking. The RAV4 is still a pretty darn good compact SUV, and you'd be right. It's got a wider range of trim levels, including that fuel-sipping hybrid option, and it's got a stronger brand reputation, especially here in the States. But the Forester ain't no slouch, and it's giving the RAV4 a serious run for its money. And get this, the Subaru Forester starts at a cool $27,095 and can reach up to about $40,178, which is really close to the RAV4's pricing, which begins at $28,675 and can go up to $38,295 for those higher trims. But here's the kicker. The Forester positions itself as a real value-oriented choice, especially for those needing that rugged go-anywhere capability, whereas the RAV4 might be more appealing to buyers looking for a stylish and versatile SUV with a few more premium bells and whistles. So what is Toyota going to do about it? Now, you'd think with all these safety recalls and issues plaguing the brand, Toyota would be tripping over themselves to address them, right? Wrong. Instead, they're leaving their customers high and dry with zero communication and zero accountability. It's a real shame too, because the RAV4 has long been synonymous with reliability and top-notch safety features. But now, all that trust and goodwill has been utterly shattered. Toyota's got a monumental uphill battle ahead to win back the confidence of their once devoted customer base. But wait, it gets even worse. Back in October 2020, the Toyota bigwigs in the US had an inkling that something was amiss with those pesky RAV4s. Meanwhile, up in Canada, they were quick to spring into action, issuing a stern warning to dealers to keep a close eye out for any signs of that dreaded corrosion and replace any damaged cables pronto. So if your RAV4 is still under warranty and the dealer spots the corrosion, Toyota will swoop in and foot the bill to fix that cable for you. But here's the catch. Your ride has to be younger than 3 years old or have fewer than 37,000 miles on the odometer. After that, you're on your own, my friend. It's like Toyota's trying to pull a fast one, but the clued-in car enthusiasts of the world aren't having it. They're calling out this corrosion issue left, right, and center, and demanding the automaker step up and take full responsibility. After all, if you're shelling out your hard-earned cash for a Toyota, you'd expect a little more reliability and integrity, wouldn't you? Well, there you have it, folks. Some major insights into the surprising challenges facing Toyota RAV4 owners. Have you had any of these experiences with your RAV4 or another Toyota model? Let us know in the comments.